All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We got a player prop centric video here. We did these a while back now with more free time, freed up, I guess. We're going to dive into it, but this is going to be more of like a deep dive into player props, and we'll scan the board and whatnot. A lot different than what we do in our daily NBA video, but if you are new here and this is the first time you're seeing it, make sure to check out our daily NBA picks video. We go through each and every game, and I kind of break it down, what I like, what I don't, that type of thing. So go check it out. But yeah, some of these plays that we find in this video may ultimately become final plays that we lock in our main video. So yeah, very cool type of idea, I guess. We're going to do more of a nonchalant behind the scenes. You guys will see all the sites that we go to and everything like that. So yeah, let's jump into it. So the site that we're going to be using for literally like the majority of this is going to be Outlier. We talk about Outlier plenty on the channel, but if you are new here, guys, Outlier is an amazing data app for player props, game research, trending plays, all that stuff. Make sure to check it out in the pinned comment. We'll have a link there. You get 7 days free. Right now we're on the trending play screen, which is just super simplified, finding plays that are indeed trending. For example, Mikal Bridges has failed to exceed 2.0, so 2 turnovers in 7 of his last 11 games. It's minus 184, best odds right now. Not exactly the best or exactly what we're looking for, right? So we probably skip over that. Cade Cunningham failed to exceed 17 first half points, rebounds, and assists. That's a prize picks play. You can see the sports book they're jumping to here. Aaron Nesmith failed to exceed 11.5 points 4 of his last 5 games. That's a plus 100 play over on MGM. Let's click into it, and we can kind of, I guess further investigate this one. So we just click into that graph, and you can see what he's been doing here. So Minnesota, obviously, a really good defense. Aaron Nesmith will flip over to RotoWire lineups here. Aaron Nesmith getting the start at the small forward position. So what we'll want to do here is head over to small forward position. And Minnesota on the season, middle of the pack when it comes to points allowed against small forwards here. Head-to-head, he had 17 last time they played in just 26 minutes. So I'm already kind of seeing enough that I don't really love. So let's head back to the trend screen and see what else we have here. This is probably a nice one, but you'll see minus 230, not really worth, exploring there. Steals prop, nothing major. Indiana on the money line, I could see that being a play. I think in the video today, I slightly leaned towards Minnesota, so we don't really, go further into that one. This is an interesting one here. Anthony Edwards failed to exceed 22 field goal attempts, 4 of his last 5, but Karl Anthony Towns is out. So that probably is a nice spot to look. That being said, it's a little bit too, I guess, Karl Anthony Towns is out. Why would we want to take the next guy or the guy that shoots a lot anyways, right? This is one that we've already considered here, Detroit plus the 2.5, but we're doing player props today. Nick Claxton. Mikal Bridges, under 4.5 rebounds. This could be one that we look into. Okay, so what did that say? He has failed to exceed it in 5 of his last 6 games on the road. They are on the road here. You can see he crushed it recently, right? This is the home stretch. But if we do show only away games on the season, he's hit the under in just 54%. In his last 10, though, 7 of his last 10. This could be an interesting one. He's getting the start at, I assume, small forward, but you always want to check. Small forward, where are we at here? Small forwards, 16th, kind of middle of the pack. If we go to Fantasy Pros, this is actually, we could filter to more up-to-date, so it's, not just season numbers. And Detroit is actually allowing a decent amount of rebounds to small forwards as of late. So that's not necessarily one that we want to kind of pursue there. Let's head over just to the player prop screen. Screw the trends page for a second, but this is the prop screen, and literally every player prop available known to man, no matter what the odds are, is available here. So let's filter this like we want here. So we're going to look at the odds. Let's go minus 145 and shorter, I guess. We don't really want plus 9,000 plays. We really want, maybe plus 125. We'll go plus 130-ish to be our plus 135 to be our maximum there as well. So now we have sort of a good range of props. We can already see these ones populating here. So let's look into it. Jimmy Butler, I guess, well, prize picks. I was going to say those odds exceed that, but that's because you can put them into a prize pick slip. So that's probably a valuable prize picks play right now. Looks like it may be a goblin. But let's keep going through here. Draymond Green over 9.5 first half. Mikal Bridges under 32.5 PRA. Let's open this one in a new tab because, again, we've already seen Mikal Bridges under a few times here, right? Playing the Pistons this season, 2 games, one he went 42 and 28, but this dude has not been playing well as of late. And again, we're looking at under 32.5, was it? Under 31.5, right? And if we look at this and just away games, he's cashed the under in 68% of games. The one away game this year, he cashed the under as well against Detroit. Small forwards, there's allowing way too much going on here, right? Like, that's tough. What about as of late? So small forwards, Detroit here. Let's filter this one. Detroit, I guess middle of the pack. These black numbers, if they're not green or not, you know, yellow or orange, they're pretty much middle of the pack. So this could be a play that we consider. Nothing that will lock in right now. But he's just trending poorly. But at some point, he has to come out of this slump, right? You'd think at some point. At some point, he'd have to come out of that slump. Let's keep plugging around here. We have our filters set. Kelly Olynyk under 7.5 boards is definitely one that we looked at this morning. And playing Phoenix on the season, actually we can look at the season numbers right here. Phoenix on the season, allowing the 3rd fewest rebounds to centers. Kelly Olynyk is going to get more run now, right? Like, if we just look at his last 10 games and look at his minutes, like, ever since Pirtle's been out, he's been playing 26, 28, whatever. So if we filter this, let's say we assume Kelly Olynyk's going to play 28 minutes, okay? He's still been under in, you know, I guess 3 of his 6 games this season. If we say 25 minutes, the numbers get a little bit better. This could definitely be one that we're considering here. The odds not too bad over on D. Actually, Caesar's best odds right there, -119. This could be one that we're locking in here because I talked about it in today's video as well. Last 7, we're looking for Phoenix. Phoenix, let's see. All right, so middle of the pack, too good. You know, like above average in preventing centers as of late. And I don't think that, let's head over to StatMuse, actually. I want to see these numbers here. So Kelly Olynyk versus Jusuf Nurkic. Let's see that, because I want to see what these numbers are. So he's averaging 6.3 rebounds, 11 games. Let's get to the minutes here. So he played over 29 here at 5 rebounds. Again, let's look at anything over 24. So 24, he had 5, 29, he had 8. That hits, that doesn't, that hits, or this hits, that doesn't. But as of late here, it looks like even with that run, he hasn't necessarily bodied Nurkic, right? Now let's flip this around. How's Nurkic done against Kelly Olynyk? Because this could be one where if Nurkic is just bullying him, then he's going to own it, right? So he's had 12, 7, 7, 14, not all that much. Not all that. Let's come back to Nurkic points too. Let's lock in Kelly Olynyk under 7.5 rebounds here. And what is super cool about Outlier, say you have only DraftKings, right? You can literally click this, continue in browser, and it's going to pop up your DraftKings on the screen. You don't have to go, finding this play. It's literally going to put it in the slip altogether. So I'm going to place this. I'm going to cut this. We'll come back after we place it. But actually, where do we want to place this? On Caesars, right? All right, so you guys are just watching the magic happen here. So we come in here, we edit the pinned comment. We'll say, whoops. Of course, I'm botching this under pressure. So we have coming soon here. We want to say more coming soon because now we have a pick, right? Kelly Olynyk scrub under 7.5 rebounds, -119 Caesars. Simple as that, okay? That's what we do. We save it, make sure it's still pinned, and that one is good to go. We are rocking. So Kelly Olynyk is locked in. I'm going to make a graphic real quick, and then I'll tweet that graphic out, but I'll catch you guys in it'll be a split second for you guys, but for me, it might be a few minutes. All right, so we got this tweeted out. Kelly Olynyk under 7.5 rebounds. Make sure you guys are following me over on Twitter at EvGuyBoston and as well over on Instagram at EvPicks here. Make sure you guys go and follow me. This is where we're posting a lot of our DFS plays like Chalkboard, Prize Picks, Sleeper, and some same game parlay action. So make sure you guys do follow me over on Instagram. But like I said, I wanted to head back to Jusuf Nurkic, right? That was a play that I was thinking about. And right now, if it's still like it was this morning, his lines dropped to 13.5. It was 14.5 for plus money earlier. Head to head here, he had 19 last time he played Toronto. Toronto, as of late, let's look at that. Centers, Toronto, in their last 7. Now, this is going to have Pirtle's, numbers in there, so I guess we can't really look at it like that. But I do think that, we can go back into stat moves and say, actually, when was Jakob Pirtle's last game? That's what I'd like to see. So his last game, they've played, 2 games without him? So 3-3. In the Raptors here, 3-3 was his last game. And so only that one game against New Orleans, right? So centers versus Raptors, just in the first place. Centers versus Raptors, log 2024. Got to play with this thing sometimes. So Valanciunas had 10. That wasn't all that great. He's a very comparable player, so that could be the thing that keeps us off of him altogether. In fact, that is pretty damning. Like, when we watched that game, we had Valanciunas over 11.5 points, and he got run out of the game. And that is one concern you have with the pace of play. Like, if we go to this, so what game is that? That might be the, let's see, I have to play around with my model here. So Toronto and Phoenix definitely have some chance, combo pace of 14 over the last 10. Their transition defense isn't that great. It could be a spot in which we kind of fade Jusuf Nurkic. So let's scratch that for now, but let's keep digging. By the way, we're about 11 minutes in. If you guys enjoy this type of content where it's like truly behind the scenes, let me know. This is similar to what I want to do with more live streams, to be honest. So let me know if you like this type of content, because definitely something that we can do more and more of. And I like doing this. Like we talk about in our daily videos, right? The NBA videos, we go through each game. I lean towards Kelly Olynyk, but you guys you kind of saw the process of me locking in Kelly Olynyk. Okay. So that's kind of what I would think would be the benefit here. But let's keep the train moving here. Get out of Kelly Olynyk, get back into this. I think our filters are still set over here. Cool. All right, let's filter to last 5. That's a cool thing that Outlier has. De'Aaron Fox over 5.5 assists. He's hitting 5 straight, 8 of his last 10, and in 66% of games against San Antonio. All right, let's open this one up. Get rid of Olynyk. All right, so De'Aaron Fox, he has been crushing it, huh? And from an assist, potential assist perspective here, De'Aaron Fox averaging 11.1 potential assists. So I usually like to cut that in half, and that should be the line. So realistically, we're looking at like a 5.5 line, which we have. Little juiced here, but you can see DraftKings minus 140. Other books definitely further down. How about on back-to-backs here? Let's just do this the old-fashioned way here. So we'll go, let's try and spot any back-to-backs really quickly. Under in one back-to-back there. I'm just looking at the dates. Over in a back-to-back there. Back-to-back over there. Okay. San Antonio allowing the 7th or 8th most assists to the point guard position over the entire season. Like I said, I like to look at it more recently as well. So last 7, San Antonio, where you at? Have they started to lock up? So that's something to consider. Now, De'Aaron Fox is a guy that can do whatever with matchups, right? I don't mind that. But 0 days rest here. What do we have for Fox? Let's see if we can get that. Let's see what we got for this. Okay. That's not helping. De'Aaron Fox on back-to-backs, maybe? How do I phrase this? Oh, wait, was that? Am I dumb? Was that there the whole time? Okay. So this is, and let's just fact check this, right? So I guess that was already there. I'm just stupid. So there's the back-to-back 214, right? His other one was 2-3. I think we saw that. Okay, so this is his back-to-backs this season. Okay, cool. All right, so back-to-backs, he's cashed. Not all that many times out of this, though. But on back-to-backs and when he plays a decent team, so here's a bad team, doesn't cash. Hasn't played many bad teams. I don't think the minutes are necessarily going to be there for De'Aaron Fox. Let's see. In head-to-head here, he's played a ton of minutes with them. I think they're on a back-to-back tough game. I think we pass on this for now. Could be something that we consider at one point, though. I'd love to get 2 or 3 props that we can look at here. Contavious Caldwell-Pope. So he's cashed this in 7 of his last 10 and in 5 straight. Over 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This isn't one that we've looked at yet today. Struggled against the Celtics. What is his rebounding line? Because I'm already seeing, well, he had nothing there, but 3 rebounds, 5 rebounds in that game. Starting at the shooting guard, Celtics allowed, a decent amount of rebounds. Did we just stumble upon something here? Celtics, looks like they've cleaned up their rebound act against small shooting guards. Excuse me, here. But let's see, where's his rebound line? This has me thinking now. Plus money. Nah, doesn't get me there. Doesn't put me over the edge. Doesn't put me over the edge. Andrew Wiggins, that guy's got to... They're on a back-to-back here, but he hasn't played in forever. That guy's got to be fresh, right? So let's see. Did they just strip Wiggins? Maybe there's some injury news going on in that game or in there. They are on a back-to-back. Let's see. RotoWire for the injuries. They just switched up. So Podziemski, that's one I want to look at. I was waiting to see if he was going to get the start, and it looks like he is. Over 3.5 assists. I think I like this spot. Chicago allowing a decent amount of assists to the shooting guard position, the most this season. If he plays anything like he did last game, right? So let's just go to last game, and I don't know how to spell his last name, so we'll go Brandon. 4 potential assists. Don't love to see that, right? But so he had 4 potential assists and came out with, 3 assists? Oh, no, they don't have last night's good loaded yet. Okay, that makes a lot more sense because I was like, he was passing the ball a lot last night. His last 10 here, I think he's averaging, let's see, Brandon, 7.6 potential assists. And the Bulls are allowing the most assists to the shooting guard position over the last 7 games. He is on a back-to-back. Let's check that out. I do not know how to spell his name, so we're going to copy and paste here. All right. Cash. This guy's a cash cow on back-to-backs. All right, what are we looking at? DraftKings, minus 105. All right, we can open that up. I'll place this and then hit you guys back in a second. All right, now that is locked in. We got that at minus 105 over on DraftKings. We just updated the pinned comment. Let's save that, Bad Larry, and maybe we try and find one more. I'm kind of satisfied with that for literally 17 minutes of video, but probably 20 minutes of research found good picks. Usually we like to deep dive even more, so I will admit I'm speeding this up for the sake of being able to put out a video about it. But I think this is probably a lot more than a lot of people even do in the sense of making their own picks, right? So even seeing this little peek behind the curtain, imagine that 5 times as much research, and it's oh yeah, there is a lot of work that goes into this, and if you want to put in the work, there is some edge you can find and just some good bets. Obviously anything can happen on the freaking court, right? I hate the whole people that say that they have this massive edge or they know it's no, you can identify matchups, you can identify good spots, good trends, best odds, but at the end of the day, you're still sports betting. So if you're putting more than you can afford to lose on that pick, you're the dummy. You know what I mean? So don't be that guy that, even as I break these down, I'm yeah, I'm confident in both of these plays. If they both go 0-2, I can still pay my electricity bill tomorrow, all right? It's the more work you put in, the more successful you will be. But understand that it's always a matter of anything can happen on the court. Let's try and find one more here. This one kind of jumps out to me right now, and this is not one that we talked about today on the video. We're looking at Devin Vassell over 9 or 10.5 now, but plus 133 odds. Interesting. Okay, lock in for a second, Ev, because we may be onto something here. He's getting the start at shooting guard, normal position. I always check that, even though so 10.5 is the line right now. They don't allow any rebounds, Sacramento, on the season. And as of late, they're still very good at that, right? What's the matchup that he might most likely will draw? Kevin Huerter, but I guess Harrison Barnes. I would imagine Harrison Barnes or even De'Aaron Fox gets the Devin Vassell matchup. So not a great rebounding matchup. Yeah, he came up short. Look at that. So there's a good example, right? This season. That is a couple years ago. But this season, he had 7 assists, 1 rebound. So all of a sudden, now we're going down to a play that I think we really like. 4.5 assists for Devin Vassell. He's hit in 7 of his last 10. On the season, he's been not all that great. Hit in 50% of his last 20. So really recent games is what we're looking at here. Last 10 games for Vassell, 9.9 potential assists. Again, I like to cut that in half, and that should be the line. That's what we have here. What about assists as of late from the Kings? Not terrible, 4.6. This is a pretty damn interesting one. I'll be honest. I like the spot here, and I like the trend. He had 7 assists last time they played, but we do have a factor. Another cool thing about Outlier, no Victor Wembanyama. He's cashed that in 3 of his last 6. With no Victor Wembanyama on the season, how has he done rebounds plus? So not great. So rebounds we should ixnay, okay? Points definitely inflated here, even without Victor Wembanyama, right? Assists could be a good look here, guys. 4.5 assists. Can you get 3.5 on Prize Picks or something? Hold on. Can you get 3.5 on Prize Picks? Because this just might be a Prize Picks play for us. Oh, okay, it's a Green Goblin. And Prize Picks is bumped to 5. So I think that there is some value in Devin Vassell over 4.5 assists here. Again, no Victor Wembanyama. On the road, he's cashed this. Let's see, last 10 road games. Fairly similar, right? This is, say they lose by a lot because they're 11-point dogs. He doesn't cash this when they lose, but if they win at all, so say they win, he cashes when they win. Let's come down to minutes here. So what did he play in the first meeting against, where's that at? What do we have filtered here? Clear all filters, reset those bad, you know what? All right, so he played 30, let's say over 30 minutes on the season. What does he run with? Still not that great. 6 of his last. All right. This is a lean right now. Could be something that we put like maybe a quarter unit on or something like that. I like the potential assist. If we even look at his last 5 games, does it get better? 10 potential. I like that. I like that a lot. Point guards versus Kings. Or no, shooting guards. Sorry. All right, Reeves had 4 assists. DeMar had 4. Ayo Dosunmu has 5. Yeah, they're not real. James Harden 8. They're not allowing 7. That's one we just looked at from him. As of late, they're not allowing. I don't know if we can figure this one out, but let's see. This is, oh no, these are players on the back-to-backs. Yeah, all right. I don't think this one makes the cut. Let's keep looking here. If we have to stop it with those 2 plays cashing or locking in, that's okay with me. That Devin Vassell one is definitely one that I could see someone taking a flyer on. Like, I don't mind that at all. I just don't think it got there for me. Just didn't get there for me. Luka, that's crazy, that line. 19.5 rebounds plus assists. Crazy. Let's filter to last 20. Has anyone been cashing like crazy in their last 20 here? Answer is yes. Durant under 8.5 first quarter points. That does seem like a hell of a lot. That seems like a hell of a lot of points. I mean, we can't pull the trigger on that, right? That's a lot of points to ask for, but you know the minute we pull the trigger on that, Durant goes off in the first, right? Playing against the Raptors, could have an up-tempo game. How are the Raptors in first quarter defense? That's interesting. So let's go last 5 here. Raptors, last 5. Raptors defense first quarter. Yeah, they're allowing plenty of points in the first quarter, 21st. Okay, that's definitely a trending one. Another one that I wouldn't mind taking. It's just, do we have the confidence there? Probably not. Probably not. Head-to-head, any good matchups out here? Halliburton, DeMar DeRozan, that's juice, though. Halliburton over 10.5 assists against Minnesota. He's hit that and damn. But he's been kind of cold to it as of late. You know, right around here, post All-Star break, definitely kind of cold to that number. Conley. Okay, what about Conley with no cat? That's one less guy to pass to, but his usage probably goes up. Nothing major here. Draymond could be a flyer. 5.5 assists for plus money here. Head to head, he's cashed that twice against Chicago. But not that much as of late. Not that much as of late. Kyrie rebounds plus assists could be one that I'm considering today. To be honest, I think that he could get a decent amount of rebounds. I don't love the rebound matchup though, but his rebounds have been cashing. His rebounds plus assists, not as much, but I think that that could be a good spot today. I feel like everyone and their grandmother's on Kyrie for points. I like his over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. Now you see the matchup here is actually a lot better for rebounds than it is assists. And as of late, let's check that out. Miami is allowing the 5th most assists, 6th most assists, and where are they for rebounds? It's kind of flipped, fewer rebounds. So that's why I would like his rebounds plus assist. Head to head, he's cashed that. He's actually come near that with just assists in general in the past here. This could be one that we consider. I don't see anything really like alarming right now, right? Yeah, I mean, a couple days rest, 8.5. I mean, we've seen this number higher throughout the year. Does this end up being one? Let's do let's look at shooting guards. Let's just look guards versus the Heat. Evan Fournier had Cade had 12. Okay, that's more of what we're talking about here. Let's see. Colin Sexton had 6. Taylor Horton-Tucker had 11. No one's doing all that crazy, but dynamic guards, De'Aaron Fox 8 and 6, right? Even Kevin Huerter had 5 boards. You know what? It's a little juicy, minus 140, but everyone I feel like is on his points tonight. Let's roll with his rebounds plus assists. I'm going to make a graphic. We'll tweet it out. And that, I guess, is going to be the last play that we throw out in this video. But I honestly want you guys to let me know if you like this type of a video. Like if we want to, this is super raw, right? Like I don't have any edits other than cutting up when I'm either putting in like, you know, betting information with my account and passwords, or we're doing the monotonous of like making a graphic, just kind of that work, right? Like everything else in terms of what I'm seeing and digging and finding, you guys have seen. Now, like I already said, super, like this Kyrie Irving one, I'd probably put double the amount of time into really looking into it, and you know, that type of thing. Like the Heat without Tyler Hero, how do they do, and that type of thing. But for the sake of this, like I wanted to kind of show that behind the scenes, and one, how easy Outlier makes. A big shout out to them, link in the pinned comment. But two, like what a normal process should be. Like even if you're doing what I just did in this video, you're doing more than probably 90% of sports bettors out there, which is crazy to say, but it's true. So let me know what you guys think of this. We're going to lock that one in, but I'll just close up shop and close up the video here for now, guys. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you made it to this far into the video, go ahead and comment cash. CA money sign H. Let's see if you're listening and paying attention. CA money sign H. Let's see what we got, guys. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, we'll maybe do more of this in the future, and or do this type of thing with live streams. Would be really cool. We do a lot of that on Mondays, but I want to bring more live streams to the channel. So yeah, let me know, guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.